Hello, my lovelies. Are we live? Welcome back to 1111 True Crime. We're going to be talking Lindsay Clancy. We're going on to now is our 2 live of 3. So we're on the second of 3. We have one more live to go after this. And I mean, in the Lindsay Clancy case, no matter what you believe, even though she has signed a confession basically saying she did this in court, and in her civil trial, she's even making mention of remembering and saying to the children, go be with God. Did somebody convince her that she did this and she really believed it? I don't know. Did she really do it? I don't know. But I want to know. You're never going to convince me that a nurse is going to Google any information about the location of the carotid artery. You're never going to convince me that while Lindsay is at the doctor's office with her kid and her husband's the only one home, he works from home, that his email logs in and starts checking about cutting the carotid. No. There's no way it's Lindsay if she's at the doctor's office. There's just too much. We went over 17 different big, major red flags, such as Lindsay's right-handed, but even the cuts on her body are left-handed. The placement of the weapon when she was done is left-handed. Why is the bed moved? There's so much. And from the way that she fell, which would appear to be head first, it doesn't leave a lot of us to understand why she would go to those kind of extremes. Let's draw some cards. Let's find out. So this is 2 of 3. We're going to let you guys ask all the questions next. Welcome back, Boss Lady Smudger, Seeking Justice. Let's get you guys over here. That way I can see chat as well. Hey, Jennyville, Nikki UK, Boss Lady. Hello, everybody. Let's get into this and let's see what's going on here. We're going to be asking some tough questions about how Lindsay ended up in the yard. Okay? So I was going to start with this deck, but okay, I will. I'll start with this deck, but then we're going to move into some more detailed work into this. So let's start off with, how did Lindsay Clancy end up? Did she do it herself? No. There are ways, I'm coming up top side, there are ways for us to know if she self-did this. Like if she gets a Ace of Cup, that's something that you self-do. If she gets the 8 of Swords, this is something that she did. This is self-imprisonment in the mind. This is self-created. So there are some ways to know if that is true. However, is that the energy with Lindsay? Let's find out. A lot of people wonder that, Rip and Ripper, if Lindsay might be starting to remember what really happened. Okay, let's see what we get here. Show me how Lindsay Clancy ended up in the backyard on the ground. Show me how Lindsay Clancy got on the backyard, the tower. This is a head injury. This is unexpected. This is not planned. This is the tower. And anytime you get the tower in tarot, this is a moment that is completely unexpected. And something just occurs. And you can see the lightning is striking the crown, the top of the castle. Think of your body as the castle, the crown. So this is a strike to the skull or the neck, somewhere in the head region. And so that comes up first, that there is something unexpected happening. So it wasn't something she planned at all. Let's continue and see what we get here. So we have this repetition, timing, 8 of Pentacles. This gives me the chills because 8 of Pentacles is all about work, repetition, somebody doing something methodical. But Lindsay got the unexpected card, not planned. This is meticulously planning over time and running it over and over and over on repeat until you've mastered some sort of a plan. Whether you're making the best pasta dish in the world and you have to keep practicing it and playing it out in your head and rewriting the ingredients until you get the best pasta salad there that you can reproduce and do again and again. And so we definitely have somebody mastering the plan versus unexpected. So we have two energies, because you're certainly not going to get this unexpected Tower card as your energy and also have planned it because it's unexpected. Let's get back over together and see what else comes up. Programming, right, Jennyville? On the bottom of the deck, I've got the devil card. So we have the devil, and the devil is in the details. I truly feel that this is an absolute, look at this cage where this person is naked and put into a cage and trapped, but they're not doing it to themselves. We have somebody here that's being the puppet master. Wow, wowzer. Interesting. Boss lady says, I think he's an absolute evil narcissist. I'm starting to agree with you on that. All right, let's qualify some of this. Let's go ahead and get our true crime, the oracle, the true oracle. Right, Jennyville, manipulative. Oh, I pray to God that his new wife does not suffer, right? Okay, let's start. Let's bring this up high. Actually, let's take it over here. You still can see? All right. Let me understand that tower. How did Lindsay get out there? Oh, my golly. Hold on. I got a card on the ground. So we have reconcile, repair, cure, understanding, concession. And we have these lovers. That's scary. This would almost suggest that there was not just her, but somebody that was a couple, okay? That's totally unexpected. Look, uninvited guest, right? Now, Patrick isn't going to be an uninvited guest, and neither is she. So who's this uninvited guest? And look at this loving couple that are kissing and all this. That isn't going to be Lindsay, because she wasn't having that kind of relationship with her husband. And she wouldn't be an uninvited guest. We have surprise, accident, big change, moment of decision. So was this a commitment, right? We have a runaway, get away, keep away, giving up. Did somebody commit this crime, this uninvited guest, and then get away with it? Is running away possibly not a female, even though it appears as a female? There's no gender in the tarot. Could this be somebody else getting away with it? Because it says get away. Maybe somebody's getting away with things. We have soul, sing praise, and performance. So this was performative. This devil was setting her up from a performative, almost staged event, right? Getting attention in this performance. Interesting. Let's continue. Let me understand with the true crime oracle. How did Lindsay get out on the grass in her backyard after? Okay, jealous. Look. Oh, my golly. How did Lindsay get out in her backyard on the grass? And I get the red shoes, which red shoes can stand for adultery, jealousy, the cheating man. I've got the woman running that would match this dress as if she ran away. I've got an uninvited guest that's coming to the house that may be a lover. Okay? That's interesting. Let's continue. Jealousy. Wow. How did Lindsay get out on the grass? Jealousy. What if, OMG, we're going to ask, what if the masculine and his new female just asking questions? What if the game plan was he would take out the little ones and the female would take out the other female? See the blood on the floor? Could that explain why the bed is moved? Because she couldn't lift Lindsay to put her over the ledge? Did she have a hard time with that? I'm just asking questions. But it does make me think that there is another female involved in this crime. I don't know. What are your thoughts? What are your thoughts? So we've got jealousy. Jojo says, is it possible his new wife could be even worse than him? Karma always comes back around. Good question. Excellent question. By the way, just so you know, I would like to just bring this up for a minute. I watched, let's just say I checked to see if the new wifey was right-handed or left-handed. And sure enough, her crafting is always done with her left hand. We have a left-handed knife cut on Lindsay. We have a left-handed knife placement in that bedroom. Just saying how interesting that is. All right, let me see. Uninvited guest. Who is this guest? What did they want? How did that? Sorry. How did Lindsay end up on the grass outside? How did she end up outside like that? Social media? Could this be the clue? Because I hate to say it, but that is what we do know, is that the husband and his new wifey were friends at that time before the children passed, and on social media friends. And they were liking each other's posts. And then his wife goes crazy, and all of a sudden, he has a fresh new start on life and marries the new woman. I don't know, y'all. Uninvited guest, social media tells me that's where he met this uninvited guest. What is this running away? Look, buried. Burial. Running away and burial. Running away from a death, right? Running away from a death. We know Lindsay did not do no running away. She still can't run. She's in a wheelchair. So I've got a feminine energy that is running away from what she believes is a death, a burial almost, like I buried her. She's done. Okay? A feminine energy. All right, show me this performance by the devil that led to Lindsay laying out in the backyard. Caregiver. Who's taking care of Lindsay, you guys? Who's the caregiver? That's scary. That's scary. He's the one right now that is testifying how much Lindsay was relying on him. He even came home to work from home. He hired a nanny to help with the baby. Just saying. Okay, you guys, I want to get back into the tarot. I want to understand this a little bit more. My understanding that a feminine energy, a second feminine energy surrounded Lindsay at the time that she went out the window. Tower. Again, tower. Remember, we started with the tower? Lindsay didn't expect this. I betcha she was drugged. Look at the two towers. Something unexpected happened to Lindsay. Something she never even dreamed of or had a nightmare of. And so we're getting the same cards again. Same, that this was an OMG moment for Lindsay. All right, let's continue. Show me this jealous woman of Lindsay who's jealous and wanted to reconcile with the ex-husband. All right, so we have laid arrest, 4 of Swords, and we have abandoned. So this is laying something to rest and abandoning it. That's what this female is wanting, is for the masculine to lay this to rest. 4 of Swords, coffin, right? The 4 of Swords traditionally is this person's laying on top of a coffin, dead as a doornail in a church. And 5 of Pentacles is basically an abandonment, like an orphan. Dead and gone, right? I'm asking about this female and what she wanted with Lindsay, and I'm getting this lay her to rest and walk away energy. So now this uninvited guest with this social media that's leading me right up to work related. How interesting is that? Because we have that 8 of Pentacles, we have the uninvited guest, right? And then we have the social media. Show me this energy of this uninvited guest. And how are they involved in Lindsay ending up in the yard? Show me this uninvited guest and the social media. Look, uninvited guest. Oh, it's now, if I'm not mistaken, they've gotten married and they have a baby. I'm not accusing. I'm saying, is this possibly in semblance of that? The man, the woman, the new baby? This uninvited guest that he met through social media is now family? Can't even make it up. Can't even make that up. All right, let's see who this lady in red running away after committing death. Trying to commit a death, burial. Look, there you go. There you go. There you go. It's all right here. It's all right here. 3 swords represents a sword for every single person in the relationship. We have the 3 of swords. 3 swords normally traditionally go through the heart. This is complete betrayal. This means a 3-way. This means 3 people in one connection. And unfortunately, I don't think Lindsay knew a thing about this being a 3-way relationship, right? And we've got this burial. And we've got the girl running away. Let's look at this performative devil card. What is this performance by the devil here? And the caregiver. It's almost, the devil is a liar, the father of lies. And so you have to look at it and think to yourself, OMG, she had the devil for the caregiver. How did Lindsay get out there in the yard? How did she get out physically in the yard? Page of Swords, witness, learning more, digging deeper. There's something here. Okay, what is that? 10 swords in the back, laying in the yard. Look, look, look. This tells me everything I need to know. 10 swords. And it's typically on the traditional tarot in the back. And it's a person that's laying almost exactly how Lindsay was lame. I'm asking, how did Lindsay get in the yard? This is not somebody that put 10 swords in their own back. I say back. Isn't that where our spine is? You feel what I'm saying? This is betrayal. 10 swords in the back is symbolism of absolute betrayal. She didn't do that on her own. She did that because somebody has done something tenfold, viciously. And there's also a witness. Now, let's get into it. Show me the energy that was with Lindsay. Show me this energy. You're showing me this energy, but show me in the cards the energy that was with Lindsay when she went out the window. Masculine or feminine? I know there's not a gender, but the moon is hidden. With confusion. So this is drugging. And we know that there were pills in the cup. So she was drugged. This is getting confused. It's too many cups. It's too much going on. And things in the cup that aren't for your well-being. Like there's a snake in the cup. There's a dragon in the cup. You know, it could be a venomous snake. There's toxins in the cup. There's poison. There's a head. This is definitely off your head. It's as if the cup that said, because kids, okay, that had the pills that left her not able to defend herself, basically, not able to defend herself. Seekin, I hope you get some rest, lovely. See you soon. Yeah, we have the King of Wands. Well, the King of Wands. The King of Wands is the dirty dude, right? He's the cheater. He's the one that's, thinks he's, so slick. Thinks he's smarter than everybody. He's a control freak. Wants things to go his way. All right, you guys. I'm just saying. I believe that there was a feminine energy surrounding Lindsay at the time of her going out that window. Because that's what my cards are leading me to believe. Now remember, I'm not sharing facts here. I'm sharing tarot cards. I trust God, and that's the only spirit allowed to guide me. Am I interpreting the cards 100% dead on? No pun intended. I can't guarantee that. So make sure, do your own research, form your own opinion. And that's what I'm sharing, is the interpretation of my opinion of what the cards are saying. Now, you guys, you have so many questions, Jenny Bill. Excellent timing. That's what we're going to do. Let me get my foot back under me. We're going to jump over and allow you guys to ask any questions that you feel you want to know the answer to. And in that, I think this is going to be a very interesting question and answer session. So remember, you just need to be basically in the live to ask the question. You don't need to be a subscriber today or a member. You just need to be in the live audience. Because if you're on replay, I can't answer the questions. All right, my lovelies, let's pray that the truth comes out in this story. I don't know if it ever will. I don't know. This story has me wrapped sideways because I'm like, oh my God, there's no way a nurse is going to be Googling all that crap. And she wasn't even home. So why is the husband, the ex-husband, doing all that months in advance, including asking, how you turn the airbags off in Lindsay's car? Oh, please. I don't know. Get ready for some amazing questions because you guys are brilliant. You're my private eyes. And I'll see you again in just a moment for live 3 of 3. Thank you so much. See you again soon.
From the dust, I was born. To the dirt I shall return when my eyes are closed. In the shadows, my enemies will think they won, but I